Hello, I'm Claus Riethmüller from ESI. We're here at the Music China show, which is always a very, very nice show. As a German manufacturer, sometimes people ask us, oh, why do you go to China? Because that's where people always buy the product from China. It's not true, because we have to go where our customers are, and there are a lot of customers here in China, and China is a very important market for us, and it's a growing market for us. We've been doing this now for 12 years to exhibit here on the show, and we can see progress every year. Every year is getting better, every year is better than before, and it's always nice, it's always great. So when we did the first time the show, I think it was around 12 years ago, I remember we were one of only 2 companies in the whole show that had a computer there with software running on it, which is kind of unusual when you think about it, and now it's everywhere. I mean, recording is important, and China is a very unique, interesting market, especially with a very, very interesting home recording music culture. There are a lot of people that produce music by themselves at their home studio. They want to have good equipment. They prefer to buy brand products. So if you want to be presented properly, you have to come to the shows in China, and the Music China has been the best show in China in our industry for a few years now. It is true that in China you have issues with illegal products and fake copies. For example, one of our audio interfaces for a few years ago, and I think it's probably even still available, has been available as a fake copy, where even the customer has really big problems to find out if it's a real product or not. Of course, the quality is not as good as the original one, but at the same time, this is an issue that is here so omnipresent that the Chinese customer is aware of it. A Chinese customer knows when a product is fake or not, and he knows when he is ready to pay the proper price for it. So at the end, it's not really an issue. When you do proper marketing, when you present your product properly, when your product is continuously developed and upgraded frequently, you don't really have so much issues with the fake products on the market. So I believe that these days the image about China and fake copies is probably worse than the reality. It is a problem, but honestly, copies are made everywhere in the world, not just in China. I'm not sure if it's typical, but there is a few type of end users that you can find a lot here that you don't find so much in other countries. For example, one thing that is absolutely huge is this whole, I would call it like online karaoke market, which is amazing. Basically, it's a podcasting market where people use microphones, small interfaces, their computer, sometimes even mobile phone, to do recording and broadcast themselves to the internet to a wide community. I call it karaoke because sometimes it's just karaoke where they sing to background tracks, but sometimes they produce, they do their own recordings, their own songs. And there are chat rooms, there are communities here that are huge, where sometimes millions of people are sharing podcasting online content. If you haven't seen that and if you haven't watched that, it's something that, if you're as an outsider, it's sometimes very hard to understand, and you will be very surprised if you look into this. And there are even people that started by doing online karaoke in communities with a few thousand and later much more people that later became celebrities in China. So this is a huge market, it's a growing market, and to us, it's even so far that we are looking into it when we do our product development. So when we develop some small new interfaces, we check what software we bundle, we check what drivers we're developing special functions for the Chinese market. And also we are looking to develop products that are specifically targeted for this type of customers, because here it's a huge business and it's growing. Yeah. So I sometimes hear from other manufacturers, like American and European companies, oh yeah, well in China you have to, they just make these copies and everything. Well, yeah, if they don't have a proper representation here, then they're missing it out. And because we're doing this for years, and it's always been great. It's not the biggest market, but it's growing every year, and that is basically what you want.